Today we're going to prepare a very yummy Shabbat dish that I make often. It's something that my family enjoys eating, and it's something that's tasty. And I went to the market this morning with three men, three very important men.
What?
Yeah. I went to the market with three men.
Oh, today, yeah.
Yeah. I went to the market with Daniel. I went to the market with my dad, and I went to the market with my grandson, Leah. So when we were at the market, we picked up a few things, and that I knew what I was going to make, but it confirmed it because there was beautiful zucchinis at the market, and I picked up a whole bunch of beautiful zucchinis, and we're going to do a stuffed zucchini dish that I will serve tomorrow night for Shabbat dinner. It's stuffed with meat, and it's going to be in a beautiful yellow, saffron, orangey kind of sauce. So let's begin. I have today for the ingredients, you're going to need zucchinis. Try to get them nice and a little bit thick so we can stuff them properly. I have lean ground beef. You can use veal. You can even use chicken, even ground lamb. I use ground beef. It's just what my family prefers. I have shallots, and and my husband, he's really being mean because he's making fun of me right now.
No.
But instead of helping me, he's making fun. I have shallots. I have a tomato. I'm going to use some fresh garlic that I got at the market.
Look how beautiful. I went to the market myself.
No, I went to the market and I tagged you along. I felt bad.
This is very heavy.
Yeah. And I'm going to use also a beautiful white onion. I find the white onion sweeter when it cooks and just nicer. Anyways, going back to the garlic, those garlic are actually whole. So when you open them, they don't even have the little individual clove. You can use the whole part of the bulb, and they're really beautiful and tasty. They're from Quebec, so just promoting and helping our local farmers, just because everybody's having a little bit of a tough time. So buying fresh produce, we all win. I get fresh produce, and they get to, sell their goods and make a living. So again, go back, zucchinis, onion, shallots, fresh garlic, a white onion, and I also peeled a small piece of ginger that I'm going to put in the sauce, and we're going to start. So for the zucchini boat, I washed my zucchinis before we started the class or the demo, and I'm going to show you what I do with it. So I don't take the whole peel off or else the boats don't hold properly. What I do is I do the he loves me not, he loves me not. So, he loves me not, he loves me not. So I take a little bit of the skin off, but I leave the rest. Always trying to end up with, he loves me. So, that's what I do. I'm going to use green and yellow zucchinis today, just because the yellow zucchinis are in season. They're really beautiful and tasty. And I found some really great ones that are perfect size for me to stuff. So again, I'm just doing this he loves me not thing. And we're going to get ready to show you how I prepare my boats. So now that I have my zucchinis partly peeled, washed, I'm going to show you how I cut them. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I cut them. So I cut the ends off and I discard them. And then I take the zucchini and I cut it in half, so half. And then again, half lengthwise. So half in the middle and then half lengthwise. And I end up with 4
Can I scoop it up?
pieces soon. 4 pieces. So I'm going to do the same thing for the green zucchini.
I'm very good at that because I've done it many, many times before.
Yeah, because you're the chef of the house. I'm just your sous chef.
Did you hear
straight.
that?
Let's get it straight.
Did you hear that? I want it to be on the record.
Yeah.
I want to be on the record.
Yeah, be on the record.
It's recording.
Yeah.
It's recording.
So, are you going to use your scooper pooper?
Yes.
Okay. So, remember, don't go too deep because it's going to break.
I like actually sometimes even use like a spoon, you know?
Yeah.
It's very, because this one makes it like a little,
So what I do is I scoop out the flesh and I make little bows. Don't discard the flesh. We're going to use it for the base of the sauce.
Don't discard the flesh.
Nope. So
There you go.
my chef here, he's going to prepare the boats because
As you can see, it's
he's
very,
the man.
look at, what does that have to do with the boats?
You're the man.
Nah.
Yeah, they're really nice. So
See, you know what they say, I'm the head, you're the neck?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But what's a head without a neck?
I don't know, but without your neck, you would have lost your head a long time ago.
We don't have to be so, I'm sure people don't want to hear that. Or do they?
I'm sure they do.
Well, anyways, the boats are
Careful
being...
with my
Yeah, boats.
no, but the
Oh.
inside.
Oh!
Yeah, you see?
This, I have to check it out. Here you go. There's only one piece, and we're going to discard it. Don't worry about it, because we have others. And here you go. So it's nice and boaty. You know, see?
Leaves, yeah. So don't go
Too deep.
too low, because then the bottom is going to be too thin and it'll break or open up when you cook it. Il y a plein de flèches par terre.
Non,
Yeah.
c'est pas vrai.
Chefs have to be very clean when they...
I love cleanliness, you know me. No, seriously.
Okay, here. More boats for you to prepare.
So there's a lot of little things. It's a beautiful dish because then you get
So
to...
as Daniel prepares it, I'm just trying to take the flesh away from him so that I can chop it up. So I can chop it up in small pieces.
She meant it in a nice way, I'm sure. Right? You want to chop the flesh out of me. That's what we can... Wow.
It's a very hard lesson for me to...
No, it's okay. She's doing
You know,
well.
it's a hard demo.
You're doing
I
very
have to be
well.
careful I don't do any faux pas today.
You're doing fantastically well. Look at this.
Okay, so we have 2 green zucchinis, 2 yellow zucchinis. That will give us 16 boats, which is perfect. If we end up with a little bit of meat, left at the end, you just make meatballs. Don't sweat.
When you have like lemon, you have to make lemon juice.
Lemonade.
We're really on a roll now, I tell ya.
Okay, so
Okay, hold on.
right now, we're continuing to prepare the boats.
Boats.
And what I'm going to do is, I'll ask my chef here to come on this side.
The other side?
Yeah, because I'm going to start cooking the base of my sauce.
Yeah.
So
And the chef
Okay.
usually says all the time, no problem, here we go.
the next thing that's going to go the next thing,
Ah,
sorry.
you almost hurt me.
Yeah. The next thing that's gonna go in the base of my sauce is the shallots, the onions, and the ginger, fresh ginger. So I'm gonna peel a shallot, French shallot.
Shallot. Not Charlotte, but shallot. Shallots. Shallot. Shallot. Shalom, shallot.
Okay.
Muriel has the giggles today. So just be
It started
patient.
at the start of
Alright.
the video, and Daniel made fun of me.
Fine.
Yeah. Not my fault. You can always blame Cantor B. Like, as a rule,
As a rule.
Cantor B is always to
Wrong.
blame.
Yeah. I mean in the house.
No, everywhere.
Whoa,
I'm serious.
that's not fun.
Okay. So now I have my little burner right here, just so that it's going to be easy for me to show you guys.
A honka burning love.
We're gonna use some olive oil. I'm gonna put about 3 to 4 tablespoons for this amount of zucchinis. And we're gonna turn our burner. I'm gonna put medium to high heat first to start. And what I did is I cut up the inside flesh of the zucchini. I cut up 1 shallot. And now I'm going to cut up this beautiful garlic from Quebec.
Ooh, we just got it at the
Market. Again, no bulb. You open it and you can use the whole thing. It's really great. And it really is really yummy. There we go.
And here you go. You see, things
So
are
trying to chopping this really fine as well. So chop garlic.
Hope everybody's
chop
doing well
chop
at the same time, and,
shallots.
and that you're actually writing everything down or making sure that you remember everything so you can do this. Because this is really tasty and the kids love it. Here
Very
you go.
yummy. It's great served with rice, quinoa,
Quinoa,
couscous,
couscous.
any type of grain. You can do a side of roasted potato. Anything goes with zucchini. It's a vegetable that's really easy to pair with other vegetables and other dishes. So there we go. I'm peeling my beautiful white onion that I picked up this morning from the market as well. There we go. I'm going to discard the peel. And rinse it. Okay. So by adding the flesh of the zucchini on the bottom of the dish, you're going to see that it adds, it's like adding fresh tomato, which I'm going to add 1, but it adds like, it's going to make give the sauce a bit of body, and it paired with the onion and the garlic, it's going to make a very rich sauce. Once you'll add the zucchini, the liquid, whether you're going to use chicken powder or water, it's really going to be beautiful. A great consistency, and why waste it? It's delicious. So I'm going to continue chopping the rest of the inside of my zucchinis. Try to chop them into small pieces so that they cook down and blend with the onion and the garlic and sort of become puree as you cook it. And you're going to cook the sauce down, I would say about 10-15 minutes by the time we add the tomatoes and the rest of the ingredients, the spices, before we add the zucchini bugs. There we go. Okay, so now I have fresh garlic, zucchini flesh, one small white onion, and one shallot.
Oh, it smells good already.
The olive oil. I'm going to ask if you can get this tool. You just need a small blender from the top, please. I'm going to get a small grater. And I'm going to grate the ginger with that.
Where is this?
Non, the other.
This
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Right here?
Faites attention, il y a des petits contenants qui peuvent tomber sur les vases. Okay, there we go. So I'm grating the fresh ginger that's going to go in my sauce.
Maybe I never told you quite as often as I should. After all that's been said
There we
and
go.
done,
I added the ginger.
I just never took the time. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Oh, what am I doing with this?
We're going to do the...
We're going to blend.
Yep, we're going to add some stuff to it for the...
Blend.
no, for the meat stuffing. Okay.
We're going to stuff the meat.
So you can go on this
This
counter.
counter?
Yeah. I'm going to use a small mini chopper, and I'm going to put a small onion and a small potato inside and some fresh coriander that I washed already. And I'm going to puree that, and that's going to go in my minced meat along with some seasoning and an egg, and that's going to be the inside that I'm going to stuff in the zucchini.
Wow.
Now, we try to keep it light, especially during the summer. We try to avoid too much frying. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
It's simple, but yet very tasty. And instead of tasting the batter, the frying, and all that stuff that's added when you have to fry, you taste the zucchini, the meat, and it's lighter and easier to digest. So that's what we're going to do. Some people, they stuff the zucchini, and then they put it in some beaten egg, and then in some flour or some breadcrumbs, and they fry it first, the top especially, to give it a nice finish, and then they put it in the sauce to cook it. I'm going to skip that step. My kids and my husband prefer it not breaded. So, pas pané.
Pas pané.
Non, on va pas paner aujourd'hui. On va juste
Oui,
mettre
non, non, pané.
la courgette
On va aller
farcie
paner.
dans la sauce. Okay? So you be careful not to burn the garlic and the onion or the zucchini because you don't want it to have a bitter taste. You want it to keep its sweet taste. And I'm going to ask Daniel to come closer with the camera to show everybody the beautiful inside of the sauce that's cooking down.
So you don't want it like brownish kind of thing. You
No.
don't want it to...
No, I
You
don't
want
want to caramelize
That's
it.
right.
I just want it to cook down and get soft. So as this is getting done, and Daniel, you can watch it
Yes. I'm just going to stand and watch.
right here. I'm going to peel
A potato.
a small potato that's going to be pulsed in that small chopper. That's going to be the stuffing of my meat. That's going to be going into my meat. Now, don't be
Panic.
worried
Don't
if you
panic.
don't have a small chopper or you don't want to take out your big thing. Just take the grater that I took like this and grate the potato
Yeah.
and put it in the meat. You can even do that with the onion. That's how my mom does it. I just like my little grater. It gets everything in a puree really nicely,
Compact.
yeah, and pureed. And then
Pureed.
easy for me to mix it afterwards. So I have one small potato that I put in there. I'm going to put one small onion. Give me a minute.
You want me to chop something for you?
You want me to put it in the small chopper?
I mean, it's gonna fly away.
In the chopper.
Yeah. Yes, very.
So do we have beautiful people?
We have beautiful people. Oh, we have
Ah.
people all over the place.
And we have beautiful
Oh, yeah.
people commenting.
Hello, love watching you. I love watching you. Well, you guys are amazing. You know, as I said, it's always a pleasure. We look forward in coming into your home.
Do you have the watch party?
I have a watch party. It's all over the place. It's all
Hey, you have
all
a
of the
watch
Alan.
party.
Oh, Alan Monis is there. How are you, my brother?
Alan,
Les-
you're not working.
You're not working? Leslie Singerman, how are you, my man? Long time no see. Hope you're still playing around, and I mean with your drums and all that.
Okay,
Oscar
so
Moloco.
I'm gonna
How are you, my
apologize.
dear
I'm gonna
friend?
make
Howard
a,
Sandler, how you doing?
I'm gonna make a
Marilyn
little bit of
Silver, how are you?
noise.
Stephanie
I'm
Prince, how are
going
you?
to blend.
She's gonna blend, so that's why I was saying. I hope you you enjoyed it.
So, when I finish blending the onion and the potato, I'm going to add fresh coriander that I washed and that is ready to, you know, go into the mixture as well. I put a drop of water just to help the onion and the potato break down.
There's more chopping. How is it looking?
It's looking great.
Looking
I
great.
just need a few more seconds.
A few more seconds of like
Of
noise.
noises.
But don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Tu veux
No
pas
more noise.
augmenter ça?
Hmm?
Tu veux pas augmenter ça? No.
I don't want it.
No, no, you know, it's like, it's becoming very nice.
Yeah. So now I have a beautiful puree of onion, potato, and cilantro or coriander that I'm going to add
To the
to
meat.
my mincemeat. Okay. Now I don't add all of it. I'm adding, let's say I'm adding a cup of the mixture because I don't want my meat to be too watery. I tend not to add too much of the breadcrumbs afterwards. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to add 1 egg that I'm going to first check.
But so Pauline, hi Pauline, you asked what are you cooking today? You came a little bit late, but don't worry about it, it's never late. We're cooking stuffed zucchini a la Marocaine.
Stuffed with minced meat.
Minced meat.
Okay, so my egg is good. It doesn't have any blemishes or blood or anything, so it's good to use. So again, I added my puree of potato, onion, and coriander, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 egg, the meat, and now, right
Yeah.
here, I'm
We're
going
gonna
to
take a glove.
Now I'm going to add 1 or half, because the meat is already koshered, so a bit salty. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon, quarter to half a teaspoon of salt.
And the cantor here is going to...
And I'm going to add a generous teaspoon of garlic powder.
Yeah, it's always good, garlic. So look how it looks like, eh? But really cool. Yeah.
And I'm going to add a mixture. It's called meatball seasoning. It has nutmeg and mace and cumin and a lot of beautiful spices. And you can get it already made. If not, just add the spices that you like.
Now remember that all these ingredients are going to be written down, right?
Posted and sent in the Spanish and Portuguese
Blog,
Friday
email.
email. And if
Can I,
you're not part of the email mailing,
Please
go onto the
email us
website.
or
Go onto the website.
Facebook.
And onto the website and request to be added to the mailing. There's a link on the synagogue website.
Yeah, if you want to reach out,
Call the office.
reach us.
All of my recipes can be found in there as well, and you can link to it easily.
Yes, and they're very easy steps.
All of the week's recipes are in there with some very short stories, some people that share their dishes that they made, and images and some of my family stories.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're going to get meatball on that shirt. And
Well, I'm
we
the
need
one
to
who
finish
does
the day.
the laundry anyway, so
Yeah,
I do the laundry and the
yeah,
steaming, right?
yeah.
Anybody who has steaming to do or laundry, you can drop it off at my house.
Steaming, he means ironing.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And pick
And
it up.
Cantor B will do it.
Yeah, and just
Gladly.
pick it up whenever you have a chance. Just
Bags of dirty laundry as well.
I hope you guys are enjoying this because I am.
Okay, so my vegetables are really, really soft and they're ready for a bit of seasoning. I'm going to add some chicken powder, parve, with no MSG.
Careful, just a little bit over here. That's a small little droplet. But here it is. Everything else is. So the
So
meat I
make
think
sure
is
that
ready, right?
everything is incorporated.
Yeah, and
And-
well mixed in, please.
And I don't think I'm going to need breadcrumbs because it's a great consistency. That way it's gluten-free, although I use gluten-free breadcrumbs. But with the potato and the onion and the cilantro and the egg, it's binding the meat really well, and we don't need to actually
Yeah. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just.
give you the honor.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you,
so-
Nurse Suiza.
So I'm going to get,
So I start stuffing them, really.
yeah.
So this is the boat. This is the boat, and then we take a little bit of meat, and we're gonna put some.
So in the, you wait a second.
Yes.
I'm gonna add the water. I'm gonna put 2 large teaspoons of chicken powder, and I'm gonna put a little bit of white pepper.
Look at that. Pretty.
Very pretty.
Take me on a boat, river.
And I'm going to add a teaspoon of soy sauce.
Is there any thing that
Very
I
nice.
should I?
Just place them here on the tray
Yeah.
until I add everything, but in the meantime, continue stuffing them. I have to add the
Pag
tomato.
ganyan, tipo din.
Yep.
Just to get a little bit more.
Okay, so now I have a teaspoon of soy sauce going into my pot,
Mhm.
and I'm going to add a cut up tomato to my sauce as well. So I'm just going to chop it finely chopped so that it also cooks down. And I'm going to use a bit of saffron as well. You can use turmeric if you prefer, or even both, just to give the sauce a bit of color and flavor. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just finishing to chop the tomato, and I'm going to mix my sauce. Make sure, again, that nothing sticks or burns to the bottom of the pot. I love this pot because
It doesn't stick, really.
No, it really is great. You just have to keep the fire on medium and you're fine. Okay, so now I'm just finishing to chop up the tomato. I'm going to add it to my pot, my pan, and Daniel is continuing to stuff the zucchini beautifully. Can you add a little bit of meat to the zucchini?
More?
Yeah.
More meat?
Yeah.
May say the potato.
Okay, so what I did also is I boiled a little bit of water, and I'm going to use that in my sauce. Let me see where's my knife.
Like this is okay?
There it is. Yeah. Pretty comme du rempli. So I'm going to use a cup of boiling water in my sauce.
You really want to stuff them, really. You're not kidding around.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I'm going to increase the fire to high a little bit just to get the sauce going a little bit more. And I'm even going to cover my pan
You mean
just
like
for
this?
a few minutes.
You're like this. Like
Yeah, that's great actually. Okay. And I'm going to chop just a little bit of fresh cilantro to add to my sauce before we add the stuffed zucchini. And when the stuffed zucchinis are going to finish to cook, you can add some fresh cilantro on the top before you serve. Now, it's great. It's a great dish to prepare in advance. No need to prepare it the day of. It keeps in the fridge really well. I tend not to prepare it and freeze it because the zucchinis are very watery, and when you freeze it and defrost it, they'll be even more watery. So I tend not to, but really great to make in advance and easy to reheat because of the sauce that it has on the base. So right now, just to recap, inside my pan, I chopped up one garlic, one small white onion, one shallot, and then the flesh of the inside of the zucchinis, and sauteed with about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Then I added a fresh tomato, some grated ginger, like 2 tablespoons of chopped up cilantro, and it's cooking down. And then I added 1 cup of boiling water.
So you want to see this?
Yeah, we'll see it after when you're done. And the sauce as well.
Maybe put the other ones over here.
Yeah, or even just next to it. It doesn't really matter. There we go. We have just a few more zucchinis left. And actually, the size of the pack of mincemeat that I bought is really big. So we're not going to use up all of the mincemeat. But what I'm going to do afterwards, and I'm going to make some meatballs with tomato sauce base.
Oh, yeah.
Just because my little grandson loves that, and it'll be easy for him to eat.
Yes.
And a great dish even for Saturday night when Shabbat finishes late, because you could put it in fresh challah and eat it for dinner.
Oh, that's so good. I remember those.
That's a great way to use up the mincemeat. Now, another great way to use up the mincemeat, if you want some ideas, is that stuffing is a great base to make a rouleau de dafina, so to make like a roll that you can put in the dafina. All you need to add is a little bit of date syrups, silan, some chopped up or ground almond, some cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. You mix it up, you make a roll, and then you roll it in foil or in a cloth and keep it in the fridge until tomorrow, and you can add it to your dafina.
Am I done with the gloves?
You're done with the gloves.
We have to see how beautiful it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So now you're going to bring the camera and we're going to show everybody the boat.
So here you go. Hi, how are you? Okay,
So
here
I'm
we
gonna
are
show
now.
everybody the sauce as well.
So give me some space there, girl.
C'est de toute façon que tu pourras
My
manger
lady.
dans
Ragazza.
Okay.
So here we are. These are
the sauce
these are the boats that we just created,
and
here's the sauce that we are preparing.
And it
so together,
smells really yummy.
yeah. Oh, look at that! That's so cool.
Hi guys.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
So now that the sauce has cooked down and it's really a great simmer, I'm going to slightly reduce the heat because I don't want my sauce to cook down too fast and then the zucchinis not to be softened or cooked. I'm going to add the zucchinis in my dish.
Wow.
One next to the other. Try to keep them really tight because the game is to try, or the aim is to try to only make one layer. There we go. Trying to make sure that I can end up with all the zucchinis on the bottom. Now I think we're going to have a bit of trouble today. Maybe end up with one zucchini on top. But let's see.
You never close. Here it is. So here is one of the final products, almost final product. Look at this. Looks beautiful,
Wow.
eh?
I just have one more zucchini.
You can make it. You can do it.
I know.
You can. You can.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can.
Look how gorgeous this is.
Okay.
We should have the camera like this all the time,
Yeah.
on the
So,
top.
What I'm going
is so
to do
cool.
now, I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do.
And here we are again.
And now, if you're not dizzy enough with the camera going around like this,
Sorry. Can
Yeah.
we close this?
if you're not, no, not yet.
Not yet.
If you're not dizzy enough, I apologize. So now, I'm going to take a little bit of boiling water, and I'm going to add just a tiny bit of saffron and some tomato paste. Add that on the side so that I don't break the zucchini boats, and close the lid and cook it down. So I'm getting my saffron.
She's getting her saffron.
Yeah,
Did you get your saffron?
I'm getting my saffron. I'm going to use a jar because it's easy for me to mix it afterwards. So use a jar. And Cantor, maybe
Yeah.
in the spirit of the 3 weeks before Tisha B'Av, maybe sing us an appropriate song, a cappella, because that we can still sing. There's no music.
Well, we
And
can.
in the mood for Shabbat as well.
You know, there's actually, we remember the destruction of the temple during that time.
Yeah. So 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Okay, so
So we sing some songs that remind us of the destruction of the temple. And unfortunately, something that we do that all the time because we believe very strongly not to forget, right? So here, let me come. I'm coming. Hold on 1 second.
where did you go away, Cantor B? We can't hear or see you anymore. So now I have my boiling water with my saffron and tomato paste, and I'm going to gently add that on the side without going on top of the zucchini. I'm not going to add all of it. I'm going to add just half of it, and there we go. There we go. I'm going to take everything away, clean up the surface so I can show you one last time how the pot looks. I'm going to let it cook down and simmer for about 40 to 45 minutes. I'll end up showing you guys in the email with the recipe and the video the end result product, but if you want to just go
Yeah.
behind it, no, yeah,
What do you want to do?
not from the top, just
She's not very happy.
no. And so I just want to show you, I don't cover the zucchinis completely, just the zucchini but not on the meat, and I added the boiling water that has a bit of the saffron and the tomato paste and all the rest of the sauce. It's already smelling really delicious. Now I'm going to cover, let it simmer at medium, and cook it down. When the sauce is thickened, not watery anymore, and the zucchinis are soft and the meat is cooked, your dish is ready. Great to serve with some rice to absorb that beautiful sauce, or couscous or quinoa. It's great for Shabbat because it warms up really well on the plata or in the oven if you put it before Shabbat, and it's just awesome.
Absolutely. It
So
is
what
awesome.
song were you going to sing for us?
Well, we always remember Jerusalem and the destruction, and that's the main theme of the 3 weeks, and the Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th of Av. So, Im eshkachech Yerushalayim Tishekach Yemini Im eshkachech Yerushalayim Tishekach Yemini Tidebak Leshoni Lechiki Im Lo Yerushalayim al rosh simchati im lo aleh et Yerushalayim al rosh simchati.
Beautiful, Cantor B. Beautiful.
I heard her sing. She sings gorgeous in the background.
Cantor B.
Oh, stop. Well, if I forget the Jerusalem, let my right hand be forgotten. So we never forget Jerusalem. But we can always remember everything with good food. We remember the Shabbat, we remember the holidays because of the smells.
Food makes us, with the memories come back and makes us feel good. So I hope.
feel good.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
You know that I would. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I feel good.
So I hope you guys get to
You know
try
that I would.
my stuffed zucchinis.
So good.
So good.
So good.
I
love
love
you.
you. Bum, 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 bum. So try my stuffed zucchinis. Continue to keep safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Don't forget to join us at 4 o'clock on Thursdays. And soon we will end up being together.
Amen.
God bless you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to
Shabbat
everyone.
Shalom.